I just stay at home and study.
Mm-hmm. You've been studying this week. That's good. That's
Yeah,
great. What have you been studying in particular?
I study math and English.
Sorry, maths and
Math and physics.
math and physics.
Yeah.
Are they your favorite subjects?
Only math, not physics.
Not physics. Yeah, I know. Physics very difficult.
Yeah,
Physics is not easy.
yeah.
When you finish school, what do you want to do? Do you have any plan?
Mm, I think it's go to university.
Yes.
Yeah.
And what do you want to study there?
Mm, I think I will learn uh technology.
Technology.
Yeah, technology information.
Okay, so you want to study IT?
Yeah, IT.
Okay, good. All right, just wait to see if the other students are going to join us. It's
Yeah.
10 o'clock. They should be here by now. Chung Hu, Sin Chao.
Hello, teacher.
How are you, Chung Hu?
I'm fine. Actually, not. It's very hot in my place right now.
Mm, very hot.
Yeah, only for
Okay,
today though. Start from tomorrow, it starts to be chilly and colder and all.
right. Okay. So the weather has been a little bit up and down, is it?
Yeah, only
Okay.
for today and tomorrow though.
All right. So tomorrow is going to be a little bit colder.
Yeah, and the day after tomorrow, it's gonna be like actually cold there.
Right. Okay. So the weather is very changeable, is the word you could use in English. Changeable. Ding Lam, Sin Chao.
Hello, teacher.
How are you, Ding Lam?
I'm okay, thank you.
Good. So just waiting to see who else is going to join us before we start. Thank you for those people who've come to class on time. If we start on time, it means, of course, we can finish on time. So I always like to start on time. Ding Lam, what have you been doing this week?
I'm relaxing and I'm sleeping because
Mm, just relaxing. What did you
yeah.
do? What did you do yesterday, Ding Lam?
Yesterday I'm study English at March uh homework,
Yes.
and then I played game video game,
Mm, mm.
and I go outside and play with my friend, but I play badminton with my friend.
Okay, good. So
Uh,
you did some exercise. That's great.
yeah.
That's good. Do you play badminton very often, Ding Lam?
No, no. When my friend invite me and I go out play with him. I don't
Yes.
play often because I think it's so tired, and
Right.
I don't want to go outside and
Mm,
come home with um, tired and
okay. All right.
terrible things.
Okay. Oh, well, I'm glad you got some exercise anyway. That's great. Uh, Le Doc Ang, Xin Chao.
Hello, teacher.
How are you?
I'm good, thank you.
Good. And Fu Quang.
Hello, teacher.
Xin chào Fu Quang. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you.
Good, good. Okay, everyone. I think we have enough people to get started now. So welcome to class. Hope you've all had a good week. Hope it's not too hot in Hanoi this morning. We're going to do a little bit more of part one, speaking at the moment. Then for the rest of the lesson, we will concentrate on writing task 2. Before I start, do we have any questions? Any questions for me? Okay, I have a question for you. Thank you for turning your camera on, Ding Lam. And Duk Ang, I can see you. Chung Hu, I can see you as well. Okay, so one of the things I talked about last week to help you get a good score for your speaking, okay, is to, let me see, what did I write? Yes, I talked about when you are thinking about speaking, I talked about the teenage test. The teenage test. Can anyone remember what I mean when I say when you are speaking, when you are choosing your words, you think about the teenage test? Laduk Ang, can you remember what I meant by that?
Make it easy so like 12 years old can understand.
Pretty good. Pretty good. Except a 12-year-old, of course, is not a teenager. A 13-year-old is a teenager. 13, 14, 15. Does that make sense, Ladokang?
Yes.
Yeah, but you have the right idea. Okay? So the teenage test, when you are speaking, okay, remember the words you choose should be able to be understood by a 13-year-old. That is what the teenage test is. I'll give you an example of how not to speak. I'm going to send you all something in chats. Fu Quang,
Yes.
can you see what I've sent you in chat?
Yes.
Can you read it for me, please?
The implementation of comprehensive healthcare protocol necessitates multidisciplinary collaboration between medical professionals.
Oh, that's very good, Fu Quang. Your pronunciation is great. Can you understand that, Fu Quang? Do you know what that means?
I don't really know
No.
it.
Do you think a teenager, a 13-year-old, could understand that, Fu Quang?
I don't think so.
I don't think so either. No. So somebody used this in their test and they only got a score of band 6. Now, they were surprised when they only got a score of 6 because the person who said this thought they were using lots of formal band 9 complicated words. So they thought they should get a high score, but they didn't. Why did they only get a 6? Chung Hu, why did they only get 6?
Again, what?
Why?
Teacher,
Yeah. Can you see what I sent in chat, Chung Hu?
at my POV, I see like nothing there. Maybe my Wi-Fi got a problem there.
Maybe. Okay. Maybe your
Can you
Wi-Fi.
send it to me, please?
Okay. I've sent you in chat. I'll send it again. Okay. I'll send the same thing again. See if you get it this time, Chung Hu. Okay.
I see it. I see it.
Okay, so the person who said this, they only got a score of 6. not the 9 they were expecting. Why did they only get a score of 6, Chung Hu, for saying this? Why?
I think they forgot like the part where you stop reading for 9 seconds and continue reading. Because I see there's no end to the line, which means I have to read non-stop, non-rest, which is pretty give a hard time about speaking, you know.
Sort of. Ding Lam? Ding Lam? Ding Lam, oi.
Yeah, I'm here.
Yeah, okay. So, did you see what I sent you in chat, Ding Lam?
Yes, I can see that.
Okay. Why did this person only get a score of 6? Even though they use lots of band 9 words, lots of complicated words, okay, lots of very difficult vocabulary, but they only got a score of 6. Why? Ding Lam? Why is that? Can you guess?
I think because they um usually use complicated words and make everyone hard to understand.
Correct. Very good, Ding Lam. It's because, remember, I've said this before, to get a good score in the Ielts test, it's all about communication and how well you can communicate. And that's why I say everything that you say when you're speaking, it should be able to be understood by a 13-year-old. That is the teenage test. I don't think there are any 13-year-olds who could understand what I have sent you in chat. It is too complicated. It is too formal. It is not good communication. Even though all the words are correct, there are no mistakes, but it's terrible communication. Not many people can actually understand what this is. I'll send you now in chat what that actually means. Okay. Fu Kwang,
Yes.
can you read what I've just sent you in chat now, please?
Doctors and nurses need to work together to help patients get better.
Okay, do you understand that, Fu Kwang?
Yes.
Do you think a 13-year-old could understand that?
Yes.
Yes, I think so. So what I've sent you means exactly the same as the first thing I sent you. That's what the first thing I sent you means. But the second one I sent you got a score of 8 because it is clear and simple communication. A 13-year-old could understand it. So this is maybe a little bit different from the English you learn at school. Maybe at school your teachers want you to use more complicated words, but that is not what happens in IELTS. Remember, IELTS is all about using simple words, but using them correctly and communicating well. So again, the first thing I sent you in chat, that only got a score of 6 because it's too difficult, too hard to understand, even for a native speaker. However, the second thing I sent you in chat, it passes the teenage test. Any teenager who has studied a little bit of English can understand the second thing. So that is what you are aiming for when you are talking. Okay, so anytime you go online and you see maybe people suggesting that you have to use complicated words, complex grammar, difficult vocabulary, that's not true. That's not true. You can get a high score using simple language in IELTS as long as you are using it correctly and you are communicating well. I hope that makes sense to everyone. Nok Ang, Xin Chao.
Hello, teacher.
How are you, Nok Ang?
I'm fine. And you?
Good, thank you. Okay, everyone. So we're going to continue now with speaking part 1. So remember, everything you must say must pass the teenage test. Can a 13-year-old understand what I'm saying? So we're going to listen to 3 more questions that our Band 9 student answers. Remember, this student got a band 9 for these answers. So I'll play this for you now, and then I'm going to ask you the same questions. I'll play you her answers first, then I'll go through. There may be 1 or 2 words that you are not familiar with. I'll go through and explain them to you.
Coffee is always available if you want, but such special request.
Now let's talk about the weekend. What do you normally do on the weekend?
So I think it depends on how the week has gone. If it's a good week, weekend can go any which way. But I think a very crucial point or part of my routine is like cold plunging or sauna. I really try and prioritize that because it helps like my anxiety fade away. I really love exercising. That's a crucial part as well. And just meeting friends and family. I think I carve out time specifically for that because the weekdays can get so busy.
How often?
Okay, let's go back, just check on some of those words. Then I'm going to ask you all the same question. Okay, so the question is, what do you normally do on the weekends?
So I think it depends on how the week has gone. If it's a good week, weekend can go any which way. But I think a very crucial point.
Okay, this word here, crucial. Crucial just means important. Okay, means exactly the same as important. It's a synonym. Crucial, important.
Or part of my routine.
A routine is something that you do regularly. Routine, things or something that you do often. Your routine might be to get out of bed every morning at 6 a.m. That is something you do regularly.
Is like cold plunging or sauna. I really try and prioritize that.
Prioritize, this word here. Prioritize means that this is, when you prioritize something, it means you move it to the top of your list of things you need to do for the day or for the week. When you prioritize something, if you've got a lot of things to do each day, you prioritize them in order of importance. You do the most important things first, then the things that are not so important, maybe you do them later. So to prioritize something means to make it one of the most important things that you need to do.
Because it helps like my anxiety fade away.
Anxiety means the same as worry. Anxiety means the same as anxious. It's a synonym meaning you are worried about something. If you have anxiety, means you are worried.
I really love exercising. That's a crucial part as well.
Again, she's using that same word, crucial. What does crucial mean? Nok ang? Nok ang?
The crucial is mean like important.
Important. Good. Very good. Crucial and important mean the same thing. But crucial, a good word to add to your vocabulary. That's a good band 9 word to use. If you can use a word like this, it shows you've got a good vocabulary. So crucial just means something that's important. Okay? It's crucial that I do some exercise. It's important that I do some exercise. Crucial, important.
And just meeting friends and family. I think I carve out time.
Okay, this word here, carve out time. She says, go back a bit.
I really love exercising. That's a crucial part as well. And just meeting friends and family. I think.
Okay, carve out is a little bit informal. Just means to make time for something. I carve out time to meet my friends and family. I make time to meet my friends and family. Okay, carve out time just means to make time to do something.
I carve out time specifically for that because the weekdays can get so busy.
How often?
Okay. If you are anxious, Gwen.
Yes, teacher.
Dengham. Okay, Nguyen, you have to be ready to answer quickly, please. Nguyen, if you are anxious, what does that mean? If you are anxious.
Anxious. Um,
If you are anxious or if you have anxiety, what does that mean?
I don't know what is anxious you mean.
Okay, this is one of the words I talked about before. Ding Lam. Ding Lam.
Yeah, I'm here.
If you are anxious or you have anxiety, what does that mean, Ding Lam? If you are anxious.
It mean if you are worried.
Correct. Means you are worried. Okay, Nguyen, if you are anxious or have anxiety, just means you are worried about something. Again, these are all useful synonyms to add to your vocabulary because, as we all remember, to get a good score at Ielts, you need to have a good vocabulary. Okay. So, going to ask you all the same question now. Again, you will notice when that student was answering the questions, she's very relaxed, she's very friendly, she's always smiling. Chung Hu,
Yeah.
what do you normally do at weekends, Chung Hu?
Most of the time I just cleaning my house and do my homework. But sometimes I going outside and buying food from the store and going to the arcade at night.
Okay, pretty good, Chung Hu. So, good vocabulary, Chung Hu. Any 13-year-old could understand that, so you passed the teenage test. Nguyen.
Teacher,
Okay, what do you normally do at the weekend, Nguyen?
I usually play game or watching some movies on YouTube.
And what else, Gwen? Remember, Gwen, for these questions, you must have at least 2 or 3 sentences, just
Yeah.
like the student in the video did, okay? She talked about several different things she does at the weekend. She talked about exercise. She talked about meeting friends and family. So what else do you do at the weekend, Gwen?
I usually play video games or watching some videos on YouTube. And I also help my parents' housework.
I also help my parents with housework.
Yeah.
Okay, Nguyen? With housework. Ding Lam,
I'm here.
what do you normally do on the weekends, Ding Lam?
Often on my weekend, I usually relaxing in my room, in my bedroom. But sometimes I will shopping with my mother to buy food or another thing. Uh, and if I have homework, I will try to do homework hard and help parent to do help parent do uh yeah. Watch this and clothes or something can
Okay,
help my parent.
I will normally help my parents do
Yeah,
housework. Housework.
yeah, housework.
Good, good. Okay, that's pretty good, Ding Lam. Just one mistake you said. You say, I shopping with my mum. I shopping with my mum. You need to say, I go shopping with my mum. Okay?
Yeah.
I go shopping with my
Oh,
mum.
okay.
Okay? Need to put the verb in there. I go shopping with my mum. Ledokang,
Thank you.
Yes.
what do you normally do at the weekends, Ledokang?
At the weekends, I sometimes it's depending on my mood. But I mostly prefer like resting to what is it to regain my energy for the next week. Uh, but if I have time or have homework, yeah, I will finish it by the date, by the deadline, right? Yeah.
Okay, so your vocabulary is good, Ledokang. Okay, that's good. But you are speaking a little bit not very fluently, okay? So all the things you are saying are fine, but you have to practice being a little more smooth, a little more fluent. Does that make sense?
Okay.
At the weekend, I like to relax. I want to gather my energy for the coming week. But sometimes if I have homework, then I will make sure I do the homework so I can meet the deadline. Does that make sense, Ledokang?
Yes.
Okay, you can hesitate a little bit, but not too much. Okay? Fu Kwang,
Yes.
what do you normally do on the weekends, Fu Kwang?
Normally, in the weekend, I spend my time to do homework and I also play my favorite video games and I do some action outdoor, like I go biking in every way I can.
Okay, good. It's good to give examples, Fu Kwang. You said you play your favorite video games. For example, what is one of the games you play? I like to do exercise outdoor. Is a better word than action. Okay, Fu Kwang?
Okay.
I like to do exercise outdoor. Saying I like to do action outdoors isn't quite correct. Exercise is the word. I like to do exercise outdoors. For example, I like to ride my bicycle everywhere. Maybe ride my bicycle to go and see my friends. Does that make sense, Fu Kwang?
Yes.
Okay, and again, need to practice speaking fluently without too many pauses. Nok Ang,
Yeah.
what do you normally do on the weekends, Nok Ang?
On the weekend, I normally spend on my time like doing my favorite things, like do handmade, play video games. But sometime nearly the exam week, I need to study for the test.
Okay, that's pretty good, Nok Ang, and that's pretty fluent as well. No pauses, that's good. All right, so you were speaking well, Nok Ang. Again, maybe to make your answer a little bit better, just give an example of you talked about you do sewing or play video games. Give an example of something that you sew or a game that you play. Does that make sense, Nok Ang?
Yeah.
Okay, good. All right, Nok Ang, can you see on your screen what is the next question?
How often do you have a lazy weekend?
Okay, do you know what that means, Nok Ang?
Like the weekend, you just lazy or do something you like?
That's right. Good. Okay, let's see, everyone. Let's see what the student says for her answer.
Do you have a lazy weekend?
Very often. Like most mornings are like they begin very lazily. And when it comes to lazy weekends, I don't really thrive on lazy weekends because then I kind of fall into like a rut. So I try to be lazy enough, but not too lazy.
Do you think that your
Okay, let's
weekend...
go back and just check on some of her answers, some of the words that she used. Again, you will notice how fluent she is. This is what, if you want to get a score of 8 or 9, you will see how she's not hesitating much. She speaks very smoothly, not many gaps. This is what you need to aim for.
Lazy weekend?
Very often. Like most mornings are like they begin very lazily. And when it comes to lazy weekends, I don't really thrive on lazy.
Okay, I don't really thrive. Thrive means to improve yourself, all right? Or do something that is useful. So she doesn't thrive, means she doesn't do anything useful on a lazy weekend. So to thrive means to grow and do as I was saying, something good, something useful, something interesting. That's what thrive means.
Weekends, because then I kind of fall into like a rut.
Okay, fall into a rut, right? Fall into a rut is very, very informal speech.
I don't really thrive on lazy weekends, because then I kind of fall into like a rut.
Okay, so again, she's showing her use of informal English vocabulary. If you fall into a rut, means you do the same thing all the time. Okay, you don't do anything new. If you are in a rut, okay, it is an idiom, an idiomatic expression, a colloquialism, means you are doing the same boring thing all the time. If you are in a rut, you can see the word here. If you are in a rut, you're doing the same boring thing day after day. Okay? Chang Hyu.
Yeah.
What does being in a rut mean in English?
Rut.
Yeah. What did I just say? If you are in a rut, what does it mean? Okay, everyone, please pay attention. When?
Yes, teacher.
Yes, when? What does if you are in a rut? What does that mean? I've just explained it. The student here is talking about being in a rut. What does she mean?
Sorry, teacher. I have to get a bit left. I haven't here said.
Okay, so everyone try to pay attention, please. Otherwise you won't learn. Ding Lam.
I think it mean crowded.
A rut? No, it's not crowded. Rut, if you are in a rut, means you are doing the same boring thing every day. Okay? It is a colloquialism. If you are in a rut, if you've fallen into a rut, means you are just doing the same thing every day, the same boring thing every day. Does that make sense, Ding Lam?
Yes.
Okay. If you are in a rut. So again, this student, this is why she got a 9, because she is showing how wide her vocabulary is. So if she's talking about being in a rut, means she's being too lazy every weekend.
So I try to be lazy enough, but not too lazy.
Do you think?
Okay. Going to ask you all now the same question. Laduk Ang.
Yes.
I'll start with you this time. How often do you have a lazy weekend, Laduk Ang?
I think that is most of the time. I usually sleep. I wake up at like 9 a.m. or maybe 10, like today. I just woke up and joined in class.
Okay. Good English, Laduk Ang. Okay, very good. No mistakes. Okay, 13-year-old would understand that. You passed the teenage test. That's great. Fu Kwang.
Yes.
How often do you have a lazy weekend?
Usually, my lazy weekend is always last week, and I can do something. This thing I like I play video games as every time I like, or some simple work, uh, work like clean my room. I don't take.
Okay, you are hesitating a bit much, Fu Kwang, okay? Need to be more fluent, need to speak a bit more smoothly. For example, you need to answer the question, how often do you have a lazy weekend, by saying something like very often or not often or usually. That is the first thing you say to answer this question. Okay, Fu Kwang?
Okay.
Okay, and then you explain. So you answer the question, then you explain. So, Fu Kwang, how often do you have a lazy weekend? Very often or not often?
I don't. I not often to have a
Good.
like.
Okay, so you would say that. So you say that straight away. Not often. So the examiner says to you, how often do you have a lazy weekend? You would say, not often. Okay?
Okay.
Straight away. Just say, not often, and then explain. Does that make sense, Fu Guang?
Yes.
Good. Nok Ang,
Yes.
how often do you have a lazy weekend? Nok Ang.
I usually have my lazy weekend when I'm in the summertime. Or nearly the Tet holiday. On that time, I sleep on my bed and then play the video game or surf the internet.
Okay, good. Again, just hesitating a little bit much. Okay, Nok Ang, your answer is fine, but just too many pauses. All right, so you should say something like this, Nok Ang. I usually have a lazy weekend in the summertime. I get up late, I lie on my bed, and I just play video games or read a book. Okay, Nok Ang?
Yeah.
Okay, so using the same words that you did, but without pausing or hesitating too much. Does that make sense, Nok Ang?
It's okay.
Good. Chung Hu,
Yeah.
how often do you have a lazy weekend?
Often, I mean, when I have to get to work, I don't just lazy around. And when I have a test, though, I would say between often and sometimes.
Okay, not bad, Chung Hu. Again, you are using the correct words. All right. Maybe could make your answer just a little bit longer, maybe one more sentence. Nguyen,
Yeah, teacher.
how often do you have a lazy weekend? Nguyen?
Hmm, I think I have a lazy weekend once a month.
Go on. Remember, you can't pause or hesitate too much.
Yeah.
Okay, so continue. Explain. So you said, I think I have a lazy weekend once a month. Tell me more, Nguyen.
Mm,
What
mm.
what what do you do on a lazy weekend? What happens?
In a lazy weekend, I usually spend my time to like relax after a busy month, like sleeping all day or hang out with my friend.
Okay, that's fine. That's better. Remember, you must do 2 or 3 sentences, Nguyen, to all these
Yeah.
questions. Ding Lam.
In my lazy weekend, I will wake up at 8 p.m. Wash my face and make a quick breakfast, and I will sit in front of my computer to play my favorite video game. Then I will do lunch with my mother. Then sleep about 20 minutes or 1 hour. Then play a game again, play video game again. Then make dinner and play video game and sleep. Yeah, it's my lazy weekend. But my mother always talk to me. You keep on you keep on study English because your English so bad, and I I I never have I have never a lazy weekend. Yeah.
Okay, all right. So, Ding Lam, that was pretty good, Ding Lam. Just a bit too long, okay? Okay, Ding Lam,
Yeah, yeah.
remember this is a part 1 question, so you only need 2 or 3 sentences. All right? So not too long. That was a very good
Yeah.
explanation, Ding Lam, okay? And
Thank you.
your vocabulary, pretty good. Pretty good. But just a bit long, all right? A bit too long, all right? So it needs to be a little bit shorter. And Ding Lam, can you say this word for me, please? Always. Always.
Always. Always.
Okay? Have to pronounce the S on the end. Remember? Always.
Yeah. I
All
forgot
right?
it.
Good.
Thank you.
Okay, try to remember now. My mum always wants me
My
to
mom
study
always.
English. My mum always.
My mom always want me to study English.
Better, much better, Ding Lam. That's good. Much better. I can hear that clearly now. Great. Okay, Ding Lam. And what is the next question the student is going to answer? Look at the screen, please.
Do you think that your weekend schedule will change as you grow older?
Okay, this word here is pronounced schedule. Ding Lam, can you say
Schedule.
that, please? Schedule.
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 Schedule just means the same as routine or your weekend timetable or the things that you do every weekend. Does that make sense, Ding Lam?
Yes, I understand.
Do you think your weekend schedule? It just means the things you do at the weekend. Your schedule is just, it's another way of saying the list of things you do every weekend. Will that change as you grow older? Let's hear what the Band 9 student says. Oops. We will in just a moment.
That your weekend schedule will change as you grow older?
I definitely think so. I think that the more I'm using a lot of energy during the week and maybe doing tasks that don't give me energy, that are more draining, I will need time to recuperate, like during the weekends. So the more I'm a little bit forced to do things I'm not particularly happy about, I think the more lazy weekends I need. The last
Okay. Again, just check some of the words that she used.
Your weekend schedule will change as you grow older?
I definitely think so. I think that
Okay, notice how she answered that. I definitely think so. Okay, makes her answer more emphatic. Okay, makes her answer more positive. I definitely think so. She could have just said, I think so, but she said, I definitely think so, meaning this is something I really believe. I definitely think so.
that the more I'm using a lot of energy during the week and maybe doing tasks that don't give me energy, that are more draining.
Okay, draining. Okay, draining means tiring. If you are doing tasks that are more draining, it means you are doing jobs, okay, such as housework, that are making you more tired. Okay, doing things that are more draining, things that make you tired.
I will need time to recuperate.
Recuperate, most of you probably know this word already.
That are more draining. I will need time
to recuperate means recover. Recuperate is just a more formal word, means I'll need time to recover, to get better, to get my energy back. So recuperate just means to recover, get better.
to recuperate, like during the weekends. So the more I'm a little bit forced to do things I'm not particularly happy about, I think the more lazy weekends I need.
Okay, and again, you can see she's got a Band 9 score for this. Most of the words she's using are very simple. All right, Fu Kwang,
Yes.
do you think your weekend schedule will change as you get older?
I don't think so because I'm still do a lot of work on my school, so my schedule won't change. It's hard to change, so
Okay. That's fine, Leduk. By the way, Leduk Ang, that's fine. Your answer sounded a little bit unsure. Okay? All right? So you need to sound more positive with your answer. Okay? You sound a little bit too hesitant. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay. Nok ang.
Yeah.
Do you think your weekend schedule will change as you get older?
I think my weekend will change when I older. Because when I become older, the like my I will in the last year of the high school, so I need to study for the final test to come to the university. And my mom said it is hard, and I need to study many and many.
Okay, that's pretty good, Nok Ang. Pretty good. Okay, again, just try to be a little bit more fluent and not hesitate too much. Can you remember, by the way, Nok Ang, what does recuperate mean? Recuperate. The student in the video said she needs time to recuperate. What does that mean?
Like really,
She needs time to recover, okay? To recover her energy. That's
yeah.
what it means, okay? All right. So maybe if you've had a busy day at school, at night you need time to recuperate. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay. Just means you need time to rest, to recover your energy. Chung Hu.
Yeah.
What does crucial mean, Chung Hu? Crucial.
Also,
Yeah. We looked at
like
this word earlier. What does it mean? Crucial.
like a thing we move in a computer, yeah.
Not in the computer. Crucial means important.
Oh,
Everyone, okay?
wait, crucial, not crucial.
No, crucial. Crucial. We looked at this word before. Crucial.
Oh,
Crucial.
really?
Something that is crucial means something that is important. It is crucial that you eat healthy food. Okay? It's important that you eat healthy food. Does that make sense, Chung Hu?
All right.
Okay,
Got it.
crucial. Crucial means important. All right, Chung Hu, do you think your weekend schedule will change as you get older?
What would change again, teacher?
Your weekend schedule.
Hmm. Hmm. I never think about it before, but I think, yeah, I could change. Like, my free time on the weekend will shorten from time to time, and because of work and all, mostly I spend the weekend just to get a snack or something like that. So, yeah, I think my weekend could change as I get older.
Okay, good. That's good, Chung Hu. Good answer. Nguyen,
Yes, teacher.
do you think your weekend schedule will change when you get older?
I think it's get when I get older, like when I study in university, I will easier, like more um or like research to do, and um when I get older, I will have a lot of deadline to do. Yeah.
Okay, good, Nguyen. Good answer. Ding Lam.
To be honest, I think when I get older, my weekend schedules will change because when I older, I will have a lot of work to care to do and finish, and I will spend more time to do it. But I will spend a little time to spend a little time playing my favorite video game and relaxing and recover my energy to to start the news work.
Okay, good.
And
That's
news
long
work.
enough.
Yeah,
That's
me
good.
too.
Ding Lam, that's enough. Okay, that's long enough now, Ding Lam. That's good. Thank you. Laduk Ang.
Yes.
Okay, Laduk Ang, welcome back. Do you think your weekend schedule will change as you get older?
For what? Will my
Your weekend
what?
schedule. The things you do every
Uh,
weekend.
I got it. I think my weekend schedule will probably change my life. What is that what you
Yeah,
asked?
well, will your weekend schedule change as you get older? So,
As I get old.
yeah.
Uh,
So the things that you do now, will you still be doing the same thing in maybe 2 or 3 years at the weekend?
I don't really think so. Since 2 or 3 more years, I will be in university. I think that's when the time I need to study. I think I would need to worry about my financial problems. Also help out my mother and my dad about the financial because they are getting old and
Okay, good. That's
probably
enough.
would-
Look,
yeah.
Dokan, that's fine. Okay, remember just 2 or 3 sentences, all you need. That's enough. Okay, everyone, I'll just send you these words now in chat. 3 of the words that we've looked at today that might be new to you and that you should add to your vocabulary. Okay? All right. So the first word here is crucial. Crucial. Ding Lam, what does crucial mean? Crucial.
Crucial means important.
Good. Very good. You can use it as a synonym for important. So a sentence could be, it's crucial that you eat healthy food. It's important that you eat healthy food. Next word, nok ang. Nok ang.
Yes.
Next word is schedule, or sometimes pronounced schedule. Can be pronounced either way in English. Schedule or schedule. What is your schedule or schedule? Nok ang, what does that mean?
Like like a thing that you do on today.
Yes,
Yeah.
what it just means what is your list of things to do today? Does that make sense?
List of things.
Yeah, list of things to do today or routine. What is your routine at the weekend? What is your schedule at the weekend? Does that make sense, Nok Ang?
Yeah.
Yeah. So if someone says, is your schedule going to change tomorrow? It just means the things that you do today, are they going to change tomorrow? Schedule. Schedule. Another word for schedule, by the way, is timetable. Timetable. And the last word here, recuperate. Recuperate. Chung Hu,
Yeah.
the last word I've sent you, recuperate. What does it mean, Chung Hu?
Like like
Recuperate means to recover, okay, to
uh,
rest, to get better. All right. If
right.
someone is sick, maybe someone has the flu or they have COVID, they need time to recuperate. They need time to get better. Does that make sense, Chung Hu?
Yeah.
Okay, recuperate just means to get better. So maybe if you are tired because you've had a busy day at school or a busy day studying English, you need time to recuperate. Just means time to get better, to get more energy, to relax. Okay, so they are 3 useful words that I've sent you today that you should add to your vocabulary. Crucial means important. Schedule just means like a timetable, the things you have to do each day. What is your schedule today? Well, today I'm going to school, then I'm going to have lunch with my friends, then tonight I will come home and have dinner with my family. That is my schedule today. Recuperate means to recover or get better. Okay, 3 very useful words you should have in your vocabulary. Are there any questions about any of that? Okay. All right, now let's get rid of that because now we're going to go on to our writing. All right. This was the topic we looked at last week. This one here, everyone. Whoops. Number 5. Number 5. When? Can you read the topic for me, please?
Wait a minute, is that?
Can you see the topic?
The battery speak.
In number 5.
Oh,
You should see it on your screen.
In modern time, children are spending less time with the family and more time with the friend. Why was this change occurred? Do you think parents should force the children to spend more time at home?
Okay, so this word here, Nguyen, occurred. Can you say that for me, please? Occurred. Can you say it, please, Nguyen?
Occurred.
It means happened. It means the same as happened. Why has this change happened? Why has this change occurred? Why are children spending less time with their families, more time with their friends? Okay? Why has this change occurred? Why has this happened? All right. Ding Lam.
I'm here.
Okay, this essay, Ding Lam, what sort of essay is it?
What do you think? I think it's a double question essay.
You think correctly, Ding Lam. Very good. It's a double question essay, everyone. Very simple. You can see, has 2 questions. A double question essay. All right. So the first thing we had to do last week, of course, was to paraphrase the thesis statement. Here's the thesis statement. The first sentence. Laduk Ang.
Yes.
Can you read my paraphrase, please, in yellow?
Yeah, nowadays, these days, young people are choosing to spend their time with their friends instead of their families.
Good. Okay. Now you will see, everyone, for this paraphrase, I haven't actually changed many words. Okay. I haven't used many synonyms, mainly because for many of these words, there aren't any good synonyms. All right. But what I have done is I've changed the structure of the sentence. All right. So instead of saying children are spending less time with their families, I've got young people, which is a synonym for children, are choosing to spend their time with their friends. So I've put the friends part first and their families in the last part of the sentence. So all I've done is change the structure of the sentence a little bit. So this is something you can think of when you are paraphrasing. Don't just think of synonyms all the time. Also think, how can I change the sentence around just a little bit? How can I change the order of the words so that it still means exactly the same, but that I can show the examiner that I know how to paraphrase? All right, I hope that makes sense. Remember the 2 ways you can paraphrase: use synonyms or change the structure of the sentence. And again, you can see this is very simple, but that's all you need to do. Okay. Now, Nok Ang.
Yes.
Let's answer the first question for me, Nok Ang. Why has this change occurred? Can you give me a reason? One reason, Nok Ang. Why are children spending less time with their families, more time with their friends? Why is that?
Because of the generation.
The generation. What does
Gap.
what does that mean?
Generation gap. Like.
Yeah. So why does that make children spend more time with their friends?
They can't not talk to their family. Maybe.
Okay.
They cannot share things to their family.
Okay. Interesting idea, Nok Ang. Good, Nok Ang. Okay, so good idea, good explanation. So, Nok Ang, this is going to be your first body paragraph, okay? Okay? So you have your reason, the generation gap, and then you explain it. That's what you do in your first body paragraph for this essay. Does that make sense, Nok Ang?
It's okay.
Okay, good. That's a good idea. Chung Hyu.
Yeah.
Can you think of another reason? Why are children spending more time with their friends and not with their family?
I think it's like playing into no, not sure what you see. I don't think much about it, but I can think you can. I can think you can treat it just like boredom, I guess.
Boredom. Okay, boredom. So
Yeah.
you mean they are bored with their family, so they want to spend more time with their friends. Is that what you were
Yeah,
saying?
boredom and stress and all, I think.
Okay. So now we've had two reasons, everyone. Two reasons why young people spend more time with their friends. One, generation gap. Okay. Young people find it easier to talk with their friends. Two, maybe boredom. Young people are bored at home. More interesting to spend time with their friends. So, Ding Lam.
I'm here.
Now, looking at the second part of
Yeah.
this, the second question. Do you think parents should force their children to spend more time at home?
I think it's yes, because normally my parents you always go to your company do do work from morning to late night, and they don't have more time with me, and I think parents should stay at home more time. Yeah.
Okay, so remember, this is children spending more time at home. Ding Lam. Make sure you
I'm sorry.
understand the question. Not parents, children. Leduk Ang.
Yes.
Do you think parents should force their children to spend more time at home?
I don't think that's a good idea, because if you force someone to do something they don't like, or like force someone to do something like they don't got the freedom to do the things they want, they will probably will crash out.
Right, okay, all
Crash out.
right. Yeah, that's fine. Remember, there is no right answer to this question. It's just what you think. Okay, so that's fine. As long as you can think of a reason and give an explanation, that's fine. And Fu Kuang,
Yes.
do you think parents should force their children to spend more time at home?
I don't think so. Children can have their free time, or go outside to do some activities outdoor, and parents should not force their children to stay at home because it can make their children become more uh,
More
boring, become more bored.
bored, you think?
Yeah.
Okay. I think you have the right idea. What about something like maybe make the children become more angry or unhappy? What do you think of that, Fu Guang?
I think
You think that might happen? If your
yes,
parents force you to do something that you don't want to do, maybe it would make you more unhappy or upset. Do you think that was true?
yes,
Okay, so that is a word to remember. Okay, not bored so much, but maybe yes, they could be bored, but also upset and unhappy. Okay, so some good reasons, everyone. Let me just summarize these for you in chat because I'm going to get you to write about them in just a moment. So, the two reasons we had, okay, for why children are spending more time with their friends. I'm sending these to you in chat, okay? This was Nok Ang's suggestion. She talked about the generation gap. Okay, and Chung Hu suggested it might be because of boredom. Okay. So you should be able to see those in chat. All right. So two reasons. And remember, for these sorts of questions, all right, you really need a couple of reasons to answer each question. So why has this change occurred? One, because of the generation gap. Children maybe find it easier to talk to their friends than they do to their parents. Reason number two, boredom. Okay, maybe children are getting bored spending time at home with their families, more interesting to go with their friends. The second question, do you think parents should force their children to spend more time at home? Okay, all of you that I asked said no. And of course, you have to give a reason. Reasons are okay. Everyone I asked said no. And mainly because children will be unhappy if they are forced to do something, is the reason. Is that a good reason? Maybe, maybe not. But it doesn't matter for the essay as long as you can write about it. Okay, then it is a good idea. Remember, there's no right answer or wrong answer to these. So, what I want you now to send me in chat, okay, is your answer to those questions. So, the first question is here you can see, why has this change occurred? Nowadays, young people are spending more time with their friends, less time with their families. Why has this change occurred? I've just sent you two ideas in chat. You can use those. You're welcome to use those, but you need to write about them in a complete sentence. Does everyone understand what I want you to do? Okay, I want you to answer this question, first of all, why has this change occurred? Using either another idea or the ideas I've sent you in chat, but I want you to write me a complete sentence. So, why has this change occurred? And explain your answer. So if you say generation gap, what does that mean? If you say boredom, what does that mean? What do you mean by that? So you need to give an answer and then you need to explain it. So send that to me now in chat, please. When?
Yes, teacher.
Does this make sense to you, what I want you to do?
Yes.
Okay, I want you to write for me in chat now. Okay, this is what we're looking at. Okay, we're looking at the first question. Why has this change occurred? I want you to write for me maybe 2 sentences is all you need. Only 2 sentences. And like I say, you can use the reasons generation gap or boredom or something else if you thought of something else, but you need to explain it. So everyone send that to me in chat now, please. What you are writing, by the way, will of course be the second part of your introduction. If you are writing an introduction to this essay, once you've done the paraphrase, then of course you need to answer the 2 questions as part of your introduction, but just give a brief reason. So maybe just 1 sentence will do, maybe 2, no more than 2. Maybe you can do it in 1. Nok Ang, does this make sense to you?
It's okay.
Okay, good. Fu Quang, does it make sense to you what I want you to do?
Yes.
Good. All right, this shouldn't take too long, everyone. Okay, you should be just about finished now. I've got yours, Chung Hu. Okay, not bad, Chung Hu. Not bad. A little bit long for an introduction. Okay, but otherwise not bad. Okay. Okay, you should all be just about finished by now. Okay, Fu Quang,
Yes.
Okay. You would say Fu Kwang because of the generations gap. Okay. You need the preposition of between because and the. Okay.
Okay.
Because of the generations gap between father and mother with their teenager. And also, children feel comfortable when they are playing with their friends. So, just a couple of grammar mistakes. All right. Ding Lam, I can see yours.
I miss the word general. Can you instead of generation?
Whereabouts, Ding Lam? You say, to be honest, I think this change occurred because children's problems are understood by one's parents. When children told about these problems, they often have debate because of, I see, generation gap. Right.
Yeah. It's there.
Okay. Okay. Pretty good, Ding Lam.
Thank you.
Anyone else almost finished? Otherwise, I will send you a model answer. So one thing with the answers I have so far, so Chung Hu, Ding Lam, Fu Kwang, you are just a little bit long. This is for the introduction, okay? What you are writing is fine for your body paragraphs, but for the introduction, little bit too long. Leduk Ang, are you almost finished?
Yeah, I just send you it.
Okay, good. And Nok Ang?
Oh, I'm nothing.
Okay, can you please send it now? Thank you. Okay, Leduk Ang. Okay, so you need to give me a brief reason why, Leduk Ang, okay? You say they're shy or unwilling to express their feeling with their family, okay? You need to give a brief reason why, okay, Leduk Ang?
Okay.
All right, everyone, let me send you a model answer, okay? You need to say something like this. Okay, Nok Ang, I have yours now. Okay, Nok Ang. You answered both questions. I only wanted one. Okay, Nok Ang?
Okay.
Okay. But that's pretty good, Nok Ang. All right, everyone. I'm just sending you now, everyone. This is a model answer. Okay. You will see it's reasonably short. So I haven't started off by saying children are spending less time with their families okay, and more time with their friends because, okay, that is too long for the introduction. All right, you go straight to the reason. Nok Ang, you did this. All right, Ladok Ang.
Yeah.
Can you read what I have just sent you in chat, please?
One reason for this is the generation gap. These days, children feel more comfortable talking to their friends than their families because they think their parents won't understand their problems.
Okay, does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay, so you can see everyone, I've gone straight to the reason, all right? Because remember, this is still part of the introduction. This is what will follow the paraphrase, all right? So I've given my reason, okay, and then even this is maybe a little bit long, but I've given my reason and a quick explanation. This is what I'm also going to use in my first body paragraph. Okay, so now can everyone send me your answer to the second question? Do you think parents should force children to spend more time at home? So you need to start off by saying something like this. Okay, this is how you need to start your answer to the second question. Something like this. You can do this in your own words if you like, but you can see I've introduced what I'm going to say straight away. I haven't said, I don't think that parents should force their children to spend more time at home, okay, because that would make it too long. This is still the introduction. So I've just said, I don't think children should be made to stay at home. Or you could say, in my opinion, children should be made to stay at home. Up to you how you answer. But this is one way that you can introduce what you are going to say. Okay, anyway, you are welcome to use this sentence, but you need to finish it for me. So you can say, I don't think, or in my opinion, or even many people think is another way of starting that sentence. Okay, Chung Hu.
Yep.
Chung Hu, that's very good, Chung Hu. Correct. Good. And good English, Chung Hu. No mistakes. Good. So remember, everyone, you're really only writing one sentence. Okay, everyone, you should have just about finished by now. Remember, you're only writing me one sentence. Okay, le doc ang.
Yes.
In my opinion, children shouldn't be forced to stay at home since they need is better than have, okay? Since they need their freedom to do their things, okay? Okay, le doc ang.
Okay.
Since they need their freedom, not have their freedom. Need is better. And they wouldn't be happy if they're forced to do it. The rest of that is fine, le doc ang. Good. Okay, so I've got le doc ang, I've got Chung Hu, so still waiting for Nguyen, Ding Lam, Phu Quang, Nok Ang. Okay, Nok Ang. Nok Ang.
Yeah.
Okay, I've got your answer, Nok Ang. That's fine. Okay, and good English, no mistakes, Nok Ang. That's good. Okay. Almost time to finish the lesson, everyone. Just waiting for whose don't I have? Ding Lam Phu Quang. Just 30 more seconds, and then I will continue. Okay. Thank you, Ding Lam. Okay, Ding Lam, that's fine, but a little bit long again.
Okay.
And Nguyen, I have yours. Nguyen, that's not quite correct. Okay, everyone, you should be able to, hang on, and stop this for a moment and just share the document with you again to finish the lesson. Okay, you can see here I've used your ideas to complete the introduction. Okay. Le Duc Ang. Ladok Ang,
Yes.
can you read all the introduction for me now, please, that I've just highlighted, all of that?
Oh, it's nowadays or these days, young people are choosing to spend their time with their friends instead of with their families. One reason for this is the generation gap. These days, children feel more comfortable talking to their friends than their families because they think
Oops,
their parents.
it's all right. Take that out. Oops.
Uh,
Okay,
uh,
Nick, continue.
also, in my opinion, children shouldn't be made to stay at home instead of spending time with their friends because it will make them feel bored, unhappy, or even worse, feel annoyed at their family members.
Good reading, Ladok Ang. Does that make sense to you, Ladok Ang? Ladok Ang, does what you've just read make sense to you?
Yes.
Okay, good. So everyone, you should be able to see now this, we now have an introduction to this essay. So the introduction, remember, begins with the paraphrase. Okay, we've got the paraphrase then, and you can see I've highlighted it in red. Okay, I've answered this question. Why has this change occurred? Okay, I've given my reason, all right, and a brief explanation. This is going to be my body paragraph number 1. Okay, this is going to be the topic or the first sentence of my body paragraph number 1. All right, but I need to show it in the introduction. Then in the body paragraph, I will just talk in more detail about this. Then I also need to answer this question in the introduction. And this is how I've done it. This is my opinion. Okay, and this is going to be what my body paragraph number 2 is about. So I hope you can all see how the structure of the essay is coming together. Okay, all of this is the introduction paragraph. The next paragraph, of course, is going to be body paragraph number 1, where I will talk about this in more detail. The third paragraph of the essay is going to be body paragraph number 2, where I'll talk about this in more detail. And the fourth paragraph of my essay is going to be Ding Lam. Ding Lam?
Yeah, I'm here.
What is the fourth paragraph of my essay going to be called? What is its name? If the first paragraph
It's
of the essay is
double
the
question.
if the first paragraph of the essay is the introduction, what is the fourth paragraph called?
Fourth paragraph is paraphrase.
No.
I
What is
forgot
what is the fourth paragraph called? Can you help him, please? Fu Quang.
you know.
Four paragraph.
Yeah, if the first paragraph of the essay is the introduction, then I have 2 body paragraphs. What is the fourth paragraph always called?
Conclusion.
Correct. Conclusion. Okay, Ding Lam?
Yeah, I make sense.
Yeah, conclusion. Okay. Remember, you have introduction, body paragraph 1, body paragraph 2, conclusion. Okay. Does that make sense, Ding Lam?
Yes, I make sense.
Okay, good. All right, so today we have been working on the introduction. We have finished the introduction. Next week, we're going to be looking at the body paragraphs, which of course is just explaining what we have in the introduction a little bit more. So hopefully you are all understanding how the structure of an essay works. It's very simple. It's not difficult. Okay, it's just finding the right words. Does anyone have any question before I finish the lesson? Any question? Ladok Ang, do you have any questions?
Nope.
Okay, good. All right, everyone. Great to see you again, as always. I hope the weather is going to be good for you for the rest of today. I hope you get the chance to recuperate from your busy week. Okay. Have a good week, everyone. Look forward to seeing you all again next Sunday. Tambia, everyone. Bye for now.
Bye bye, teacher.
Bye-bye.
Goodbye, teacher.
Bye, teacher.
Bye-bye.